Alliance. He is the beast from Hollywood East, Michael the Hammer Mulligan.
Hey folks, Michael the Hammer Mulligan here. Today's show, we're going to have a couple of things. First, we're going to have Sean the Neckbreaker Baker. Now, we talked to him when we were interviewing Sloppy Joe down at, we talked about him when we were interviewing Sloppy Joe down at South Shore Sport Fighting. January 28th, a couple days from now, those two are going to be meeting in the Octagon at Memorial Hall in Plymouth. Cage Titans is the venue. It's going to be a great fight. Sean's working really hard for this one. Sloppy Joe is doing the same, so should be a great night at the fights. After that, we're going to take a ride down to Cape Cod Fighting Alliance. We're going to go inside, and Pat Shills is going to teach us a little bit about the leg kick, the low leg kick. You know, people wonder why they throw so many leg kicks. You're going to find out why. He's going to teach you how to throw one basic leg kick. He's not going to get into too many details, but he's going to teach you a nice basic low leg kick, and he's going to tell you why they do it. So there you go, folks. Thanks for coming and enjoy the show. Okay, here we go. Hey folks, Michael the Hammer Mulligan here. Today I'm here with Sean the Neckbreaker Baker. What's up, Sean?
What's up, Hammer?
Alright, man. First of all, the nickname. Where did it come from?
Well, it's kind of two things.
Have you ever broken a neck before?
No, never. But back in like street fighting when I was younger and stuff, I just had some friends that just gave me the name Neckbreaker. It rhymed with Baker. And then as I got older and I started to get into MMA, the first art I learned was Muay Thai, and I was just, you know, the Muay Thai clinch was just always my weapon.
Sure.
So yeah. I mean, I'd lock that thing up and throw guys around. They'd always come back and they'd be like, "My neck is killing me," you know. So it kind of tied in well. So. All
right, so it makes sense then, because I personally was more on the lines of the leg breaker.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've seen them kicks. They're pretty nasty. Sean, where did you start? Where was your first experience with mixed martial arts, or with martial arts, I should say?
In 2002, I got introduced to Paul Curtin at Eclectic Karate in Bridgewater, and I started training there. And actually, Pat Schultz, my coach now that owns CCFA, he was training there at the time too, before he was, you know, the Rainmaker, beating people up. I'm 31.
31, okay, good.
31 years
Still
old.
Young.
Yep. And Greg Rebello was there, and it was just a bunch of like tough guys, man. We used to just like bang it out in there, you know, like a bunch of street fighters, like tough guys from the Brockton area. Just everybody was older than me and tougher than me, and we just used to just smash each other. And then I kind of drifted away from the scene for a while. I got caught up in the city life for a bit, and you know, they continued their road, you know, with the MMA, and
sure,
you know, they ended up linking up with Delagrati, and they had a successful career and are continuing to do so, which makes me wonder if I had never slipped away. Where
I never think that. You know, I didn't even start until I was 43, so never go back.
You're
never
a freak,
look back.
though, man. Genetic freak.
Worse. So where'd you go from there?
Then
all right. So when did you get back into it? Like, what year did you find yourself back getting into the sport again?
I was off and on. I was doing some kickboxing with Muhammad, who actually is the Muay Thai coach at Max Training Center with Vanna.
Yep.
And I was off and on with him for a while. And I mean, like, I'd go for 4 months. I'd disappear for 3 months.
Sure. Yep.
But I think the real turning point was. I'm trying to think what year. It was 2006. I was living in Bridgewater at the time, and I was right around the corner from, which is now Lozon's. It was Reality Self-Defense, when Joe Pomfrey owned it. And it's kind of funny, my grandmother, who raised me my whole life, the day she died, it was just like heartbreaking to me. She raised me. She was my mom and my dad. That's why I wear the Indian headdress in her memory. She was 100% Navajo, so I wear that headdress like every time to the ring in her memory. I know she's like watching me, you know.
Nice, nice. Well, that's good. I was going to ask about that. So that's a family. I heard somebody say that was a family thing from your grandmother. So now I understand it.
Because I know my grandmother would be just, you know, terrified watching me get in there. You know, she you know, constantly
she'd still cheer you on,
fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know she would watch those fights with such pride, you know, just knowing that like I'm representing the family and stuff like that. And I remember the day she passed away, I went right into, I didn't even tell anybody at reality what had happened, but it was just my way to channel my energy into something positive rather than going back to like a street life and, you know, getting involved with stuff like that. So that's the move I made, and then from there I just continued to bounce around, you know. It wasn't anything personal, it was just, I was looking for more like of a family type environment.
Trying to find a home.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you, yeah.
You know, so basically I continued to train at, like I said, over 10, 12 gyms in the area. I learned a lot, and, you know, I never went into these places thinking like I know it all. I've always learned from everybody something, you know, and that's the beauty of the sport, is like you can always just, you know, learn like a sponge, you know, just absorb everything. And
once you think you know it all, you know nothing.
Right, yeah. And it's like, I just continued to move along the path, and I ended up, it's kind of funny, I ended up at Max Training Center for a while, and then from there I had got introduced to Mike Fernandez.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Fernandez and Gresh are like great friends. So basically I got into CCFA that way, you know. Nice.
Now you were at Y Crew when I first saw you fight. I think you were training at Y Crew.
Yeah, yep. I was at Y Crew for a couple of years, and great gym, tough guys. I mean, they work hard, everything. But CCFA is just a, you know.
How did you start? You started as an amateur.
Yep, I went 4-2 as an amateur.
Nice.
Should have been 5-1, but
whatever.
I had one fight. I mean, that's the thing, is I learned to be humble. That's what this sport has done for me personally. Is it's taught me to just be humble and respectful, and just not think that you're the toughest guy on the planet, you know. Because I mean, I won 3 fights. I already went through that arrogant stage where I'm a fighter, and I won 3 fights in a row, and I took a fight lightly, and I underestimated somebody in my amateur career, and I didn't train for him, and I just thought I could mop the floor with him, and he ended up beating me.
Yep.
And it was,
and good.
Yeah.
Thank
God.
God.
It was the best thing that ever happened. Yep.
Yep.
And now I actually get to fight someone he's friends with, and he's commenting a lot with him about what he's going to do to me. So now I can just pay back everybody with a win January 28th. So.
Yeah,
so good,
it's all about you, though. It's all about you. So what? I seen you bounce a little bit. You came to the CCFA for a little bit, and then I didn't see you for a little while, and now you're back kind of with a vengeance. I mean, when I see you, when I talk to you, we trained together one day, and you told me about you were working in another school too. You talk about your conditioning. What do you think's changed? What do you think did it for you?
I'm just hungry, I guess. I really want to see, like, you know, if I put in 110%, where I can get with all this, you know what I mean? I used to be kind of discouraged at the fact that I had my first MMA fight at 28, but I started to see, like, guys like, you know, Rick Hahn and stuff like that, and Brett O'Terry that are in their late 30s, and they're, like, you know, the top guys in the area. I'm like, you know, it's not too late. You know,
well, that's why I say you're still young. You got plenty of time left. Yep.
So that's pretty much what motivated me. Along with, like, to be honest with you, I'm just not good at anything else. You know, I'm really not. Like, I've tried everything. It's like I have a passion for this stuff. I love to train. I love to learn. I love to take what I learn and teach to others. You know, and that's it.
Nice. Now, there's been a little bit of joking back and forth going on online about the fight, the Cowboys and Indians stuff. What do you think about
that? I mean, I don't take it personal. I just think, you know, he's just a weirdo. I mean, it's cool. I'll let him wear his cowboy hat and stuff. I mean, it's kind of corny. I mean, I'm wearing a headdress because of my heritage, and my family is Native American. He's wearing a cowboy because he's just an idiot. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like... You know what I mean? But whatever. I mean, I'm not knocking him. He's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy. I mean, he did the mustache movement.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. Like I said, I don't have
Yeah.
anything personal against him except I just got to beat him on the 28th. I mean, you know, nothing else.
What's your plan? I know we're not going to give away the whole game plan, but bottom line is mixed martial arts. I know that once you go into the ring, you start with one thing and it goes to something
I'm a
else.
striker. He's a, I want to say wrestler, but more like a, you know, he smothers people. So basically, I want to keep it standing. I want to pick him apart with technique. I come from probably the best striking school in New England, and I'm just going to like impose my will on him and just, you know, find my range, settle in, settle down, and just pick him apart. And, you know, if it comes down to me defending up against the fence, I've worked this over and over again, like, you know, hour after hour for the last 2 months, 3 months, you know, with high-level fighters. And that's what I like to tell people, you know. A lot of guys out there are talking, you know, oh, what is he going to do? You know, Sloppy Joe's going to take him down. It's like, I don't know if people are aware of this, but it's like, my training partners are Nada, Rebello, Banana, Chip, Perry. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
say, and I'll say this: I was laying on you with all my weight, and you got up against the wall. We were trying to do one thing in my head, but you were using what you knew how to do, and you got up 5, 6 times in a row like it was nothing.
And they're not, you know, it's not like I'm coming in there with my bag and I'm putting it down and they're putting me against the fence. It's like I'm running 7 miles a day. I'm hitting the pool in the midday. I'm coming in there after I'm flipping tires and sledgehammers and ropes and kettlebells, and then, you know, I'm doing pad sparring, and then I'm doing, you know, defending the takedown, and when I'm completely exhausted. So honestly, there's not anything he can do to me or put me in a position that, like, I'm not ready for, you know. I'm prepared for every possible scenario. I mean, anything. So,
I see cardio being a huge part of your game only because I watch you. Now listen, I only saw Joe, you know, train for you know, one day. You know, I only seen him in one session, so I can't comment on his cardio, what he does for his cardio. I did see some of their workout and stuff. I can comment on what he does and what they do to him. And you know, the rule of thumb in there is cardio is king. I mean, that's the most important thing as far as they're concerned. Is cardio is first. After that, then it becomes the striking, then it becomes, you know, everything else falls in line behind
That's
that.
key. I mean, with no cardio, you can't do anything, you know. But going into the fight, I knew that's what he banked on, was his cardio. I've been watching film on him before I even knew I was going to fight him. He's an 85, I'm an 85. If I kept winning, I knew I was going to, you know, we were going to meet sometime, and the time is now. But it's like, I've watched his game, you know, there's no secret to what he does. You know, he relies on his conditioning. He likes to grind guys out, dirty box, you know, grind you out, just, you know, frustrate you, and just every fight's gone to a decision, except maybe a couple. So, I mean, basically it's stay off that fence, you know, that's the key. Stay in the middle and impose my will and stay off that fence. But if it comes to that, I know what to do. If I get taken down, I know what to do.
What's your record at right now? And I know it really doesn't matter. It's 2-2 as a professional.
Right.
Again, since you've landed, I'm going to say landed. He's trained at, you know, Sean's trained at a lot of great schools, but he's kind of landed at CCFA, found a family.
Exactly.
With those guys,
for sure.
and rededicated himself there. So, to me, I think his record's going to improve a lot. You know, I think you're going to see more wins from losses from now on, that's for sure.
Right, well, he's 3-1. When I beat him, I'll be 3-2. He'll be 3-2. He's currently ranked, I believe, 9th or 10th in the top 10 in 185, so I will steal his position in the top 10 if I beat him.
Yep.
So.
Yep. How many, what's your outlook? How many do you just plan to keep burning them out? Are you going to, you know what I mean? You just got to keep going with the fights, that's it for now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Might as well, man.
Yeah.
You know, are you one of these guys that takes months off in between, or do you just keep training?
I have, but not anymore. Pat will just yell at me for that stuff. I can't do it anymore, you know?
Yeah, no, it's tough coming back. I mean, it's when you take that time off, it's so hard to regain. I mean, you fought so hard to get to the shape, the conditioning you're in right now, just to take that time off, even 3-4 weeks. And it's
but a small break a week is just necessary. I'm at the point now, like I can't wait to fight. I mean, I'm going into training. I mean, I worked so hard for this fight that, I mean, middle of the night going to, you know, use the bathroom, I'm holding onto the wall because my lower back is just like the muscles from deadlifting like heavy. It's just been intense, you know what I mean?
Do you cramp? Mine was cramp. It was the worst calves.
You know, and you can never stay high. I'm actually dehydrated now. I just trained for a few hours. It's like I'm constantly dehydrated because I'm constantly training, so I can't, you know, get enough water.
So that's why you want to finish the fight, just so you can get a break.
Right, exactly.
Do you have any issues with cutting for weight? I know a lot. I'm just curious.
No.
I didn't know if you.
I mean, I do so much cardio now. Right now, I'm only 7 over, 6 over. So
you're not one of these guys that are 15, 20 over.
No,
and you cut weight.
I don't like that stuff. That's just unnecessary.
Yeah. Some people do it and they're great at it. I guess the key is if you are one of those guys that can do it, then it's great.
Right.
Then
he looked actually kind of heavy, so maybe he's probably cutting a lot of weight, I imagine.
Yep.
But
yep. He's cut a lot over the years, I guess.
Right.
In his video, that's what he said. He was the fat kid and he lost he was in his 300s.
Yeah, he's definitely a hard worker, and it's going to be a great fight. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. I look forward to a good show, I'm sure, because he works at the prison. Oh, actually, I think he works up at Walpole or something, but he draws a big crowd as well. You draw a great crowd.
Yeah.
We're looking at, well, this is going to air. This show is probably going to air 2 or 3 nights before the fight.
Yeah.
Right? So we're fighting January 28th at Memorial Hall in Plymouth. If you want to get tickets to the fight, if you want to talk about the fight, how do they get a hold of you? Just through CCFA or something?
Facebook or something?
Facebook. You can get Sean Baker on Facebook. You can find him on my friend list if you don't have him already. But get a hold of him. If you want to talk about tickets, talk to him. If you can't find him, call CCFA. Ask them about the fight. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a full house, so get there early. This is Memorial Hall. Jungleplex is in March. They seat a lot more people in there. You know, they can fit thousands and thousands, but this one here is probably only going to be, I think, what, 1,600 or something. I think it's under 2,000.
Yeah, but every seat's good there, you know.
Oh,
Stadium
man.
style and stuff.
That's the best. I mean, even if you get tickets on the floor, which are more money, if you sit in the second bit, the lower balcony, you're looking right through the ring.
Right.
I mean, I get free seats on the floor. Sometimes I'm sitting in the balcony. I love it. I love sitting there. You know. Right. So, anything you want to say to Joe before we end this?
I don't know. It's going to be a great fight. I'm glad he's underestimated me, and I worked very hard for this, and this is my destiny. I've come a long way just in life and with everything in general, and I'm just not going to let him take this from me. There's just no way. I'm going to have to literally die to lose this fight, and I'm willing to just get killed pretty much to lose. I'm not going to lose. I'm coming for you, Joe.
All right, folks, there you have it. Sean, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to watch you train. You really rededicated yourself. It was really, really great to see you.
Yep.
Folks, make sure you go to the fights. Catch a fight somewhere, somehow, someday, because you don't know what you're missing. Guys like Sean live right in your backyard. They're right around here. They're going to be big someday, and you're going to get to say, I knew that guy. Folks, thanks for coming to another Fireside Chat with Sean the Neckbreaker Baker and Michael the Hammer Mulligan. Hey folks, Michael the Hammer Mulligan here with Patrick Schultz. We're at Cape Cod Fighting Alliance. We're up. What's the address, Scott?
130-18 Camelot Drive.
There you go. If you want to try this out sometime, come down, see Patrick. He'll give you a free lesson. You get to see what it's like in here. All right? Got 2 free lessons. 2 free lessons. Pat's going to show you a couple kicks today. Let's get at it. Go, Pat.
All right. We're going to go over the Muay Thai kick today. Very basic stuff, fundamentals, Muay Thai 101. And what we do when we get people into the school, beginners, and we first start, the first thing we want to do is line people up in a fighting stance. Now we're going to assume all the mixed martial arts world watching this right now has got their proper fighting stance. I'm in a righty position right now. My hands are up nice and high protected. My left foot's forward. My rear leg is way behind me, waiting to go and just eliminate that front leg of somebody, or a rib shot, or maybe a high head kick. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to show you the movements and the proper movements of the body right now when you're throwing a Muay Thai kick. When I throw my Muay Thai kick, without throwing it, my body wants to do exactly this. Boom, we have everybody pivot on that front foot, and just a little turn, about a 180-degree turn, boom, right here. Why? Because my right shoulder and my right hip have to be in line with whatever I'm kicking. The first thing people want to do when they throw this kick is rail up, use all the muscle in that rear leg, and boom, and just stop. Alright? Again, a lot of people want to use all the muscle. Same thing when we throw punches. Instead of throwing a straight punch down the line and bringing it right back, when people get started, like a barroom brawler, what they'll do is they'll lift that right arm, that elbow comes up, that shoulder wants to work immediately. It takes all that pressure and all that muscle, and you want to hit as hard as you can. Bang! The only problem is it's going to take that hand or that leg kick days before it can reach its destination, rather than throw it straight or be technical and turn. Boom, right here, alright? So what we'll do is, Kerry, how we doing, Sawadika? What we'll do is, if I could get Greg Rebello over here, who's been smashed with many of my leg kicks throughout the years, I'm going to have him stand in a righty position. He's a lefty, and normally what happens with lefties at my schools, we toss them right out of here. We don't work with lefties usually. Alright, so we're going to attack a nerve on the leg right now. It's very basic. I don't have to throw this high, boom. I can turn, and like I said, I'm going to wrap the foot right around the outside of the leg. But most important, I'm going to bring the right shoulder and the right hip right in line with Greg when I throw it. I turn, boom. I'm attacking a nerve in the leg that's the size of a dime. It's also inside, and it's imploded in a muscle. It's near the leg. That's deep in there, so you have to hit it perfect, boom, and it's very small. A couple of those leg kicks will be big. But here we go, I'm going to pivot on the front foot, I'm going to turn. I'm going to pivot on that front foot, and when I stop that kick, boom, it's not over. My right shoulder and my right hip are in line like we exposed just now here, boom. But one thing I want to add, when I land that kick, like I just said, it's not over. That's the biggest misconception people have. They'll land the leg and then the kick is over. Like a golf ball, like a tennis ball when you're hitting it with a racket, like a baseball when you're hitting it, you don't stop at contact. Boom. I'm going to continue to move this kick. My finish is still going to go. I'm going to come here and push down where I can almost push right back. That would be the finish. Boom, in a golf swing where you would continue through, in a baseball swing where you continue through, where the rotation in your hips is going to be where all that power is generated from. So when you land, you must still continue to turn. Yeah. And then kick right back. We're going to show some kicks on the bags today. We got some men throwing some kicks, some beginners, some professionals, some ladies throwing some kicks, and we're going to break it down a little bit more for you. But remember, when you're in your fighting position, if you don't turn 180 degrees and your right hip, your right shoulder are in line with your target, you're losing a lot of power. Muay Thai 101, the leg kick. Alright, here we go with Tom Calcanis. Tom, how long have you been training at CCM?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. Tom's got a lot of power. He's a nice lanky kid, very athletic. We taught him how to throw this Muay Thai kick, amongst other things, the Muay Thai game as well. But we're going to demonstrate some of the Muay Thai kicks on a low leg shield right here. This leg shield right here will exemplify that nerve box that I was talking about that you need to attack. So when I'm in my fighting position, Tom knows where he has to throw this leg kick. He's going to go nice and easy on the leg. He's going to show you where that nerve box is. So by landing that shit in there, by doing that turn that he just did, he's going to generate some power. And what we'll do is we'll have him throw it right on this kick shield. Now when we throw it on this kick shield, what I like to do is hold it right in my hip. My hand is right in my hip. If Tom kicks too high, my hand will smash into my hip. We wouldn't want Tom to sneak a kick through and land it on the bone of the leg right now. Where we want this shit is obviously on the flesh, as close to that nerve box as possible. So I'm going to hold my hand into my hip. He's going to kick a little bit lower.
Tom, go over that way a little bit further. There you go. Thank you.
He's going to reach his foot on the other side of the pad. His whole shin is going to hit. His knee will be close to the pad without hitting. He's going to do that turn that we were talking about with the right shoulder and the right hip. So Tom's going to get in a fighting position right now. Boom. And he's just going to turn and throw a couple kicks. Oh, nice. Boom. Good. Good. Now, 2 things with that kick. Tom's a big guy. What I see him doing is jumping into it a little bit, getting momentum with his body, which is what, 185 pounds right now? 200. He's getting that momentum with that 200-pound body. He's jumping into it. He's opening his waist as he jumps. So there's almost no need for a pivot, which is probably the most important part of the Muay Thai kick. What I'm going to have Tom do right now, instead of jump into it with an open kick, we're just going to have him stay flat, not flat footed. We're going to have him that left foot posted, and we're just going to turn on it right now. We're just going to turn without jumping in. No momentum now, no momentum. Oh, nice. When I hold this pad, I try and come forward just a little bit. Now, these Muay Thai pads, this can be a little difficult on the shin. People ask me, should I roll my leg with a rolling pin? Should I smash it up against the pole? What is the best way to kill the nerve in my leg? I say kick bags and kick shields that are heavy like this one. If we wanted to take it easy on Tom, what we could do for his shins, if they were hurt, if he was just starting out, we could have him kick this pad here. We call this the pillow. Oh, that's a lot less on both of us. I can barely feel that. Tom's a big guy. But I don't want that because my leg's going to be exposed to the Muay Thai fight and I need this leg to be conditioned as well as that shin to be conditioned when Tom's fighting. So we're going to use this pad. I'm going to have Tom really unload on some kicks right now. And we can really pinpoint the damage, what you're doing to your opponent and how you're operating your shins and your legs as well. Here we go. Oh, nice. Good. Now, I can really feel those in my leg. I come forward a little bit. I absorb the leg kick. Oftentimes we'll do that. Sometimes I know I'm going to get kicked. You can only take so many of those. Alright, so the proper block we'll probably go over at another session. But that's the Muay Thai kick by Tom Calcanis. And good job, buddy. Good job.
Pat, why don't you grab one of the ladies that train here and have them throw a couple kicks on the back?
Do it. Do it. Carrie Wenzel, Kelly, both of you in line. Here you go. So we have Carrie Wenzel. She's over jumping rope. She's our veteran here at CCFA. We're really relying on her right now. We can use her throwing this kick.
Carrie, let's go.
We really need you, Carrie. Really, really need you right now. So, keep something in mind. As long as you turn and as long as you're technical, you can have a lot of impact and a lot of power generated from that waist right into that shin. Alright, so we'll see. How many years, Carrie? Almost 3 years in what? March?
3 years in March.
March, alright. On it. Got a little bling on. I don't know if that's going to get in the way of the camera right now with the mirrors over here. We're going to go with this Muay Thai kick. Here we go. Oh! So hard, not so hard. Nice. That's it, Carrie. Keep turning. Let me see that. Let me see that pivot on that left foot. Good. There it is. There it is. A little lower. Good.
Oh, it's a good kick.
Bang. Good. Now that's the low leg kick. That's the first one we start with. If we really wanted to mix it up, start to get technical with some of the strikes in Muay Thai, we do say a low leg kick, a rear knee, a rear knee, a switch kick, an elbow, a knee, a low leg kick, the hook, low leg kick, to a high leg kick.
Awesome, awesome.
That will take years of experience.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good job.
Where is this going?
School bus driver.
Is it still on?
It's going to be on ESPN. Thanks for coming to another Fireside Chat.